Hello, hello. This is Irene with Soga Talks. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I know you're a fan already because Soga Talks gaining momentum on LinkedIn, on X, on YouTube with YouTube Shorts. So please pay attention what we do because I'm Irene Lakovetsky. I speak with fascinating people in tech, and today is my day because Jeff Winter is with me. Jeff, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. You know, the topic we chose for this conversation is enormously interesting to me, and I'm sure to our audience. Okay. You called AI hot potato. Wow. I encourage everyone, by the way. I'm big fan of Jeff Winters on LinkedIn. He is enormously prolific, entertaining, and information-rich author over there. So please follow Jeff. He's an expert in Industry 4.0, in digital transformation, in manufacturing, in you name it, Jeff. I'm not going to go beyond that, but AI, hot potato, all right? What do you mean by this in business context this day?
So you can think of the AI hot potato as this intense rush to get into AI without a clear plan, because it's one of the hottest topics out there. And if you look at the IoT Analytics quarterly report, CEOs are talking about AI more than almost anything else. They analyze thousands of public earning calls, and AI keeps popping up as the top priority. And a big reason for this was ChatGPT. When ChatGPT hit the scene, it single-handedly skyrocketed everyone's interest in the whole field of AI. And suddenly people saw the potential and the excitement spread like wildfire. Companies knew AI was going to be a game changer, but they didn't necessarily know how to use it or where it would fit best or how to monetize it. But everyone knew that whoever cracked the AI code first would leap ahead of the competition. So picture this. Businesses everywhere are scrambling to implement AI, and they're tossing it around like a hot potato. And it's exciting, but it's also chaotic. And they're eager to get a piece of the action, hoping to gain that competitive edge. But without a clear strategy, it's kind of like passing around a ticking time bomb that could go off at any moment. Now, AI is a powerful tool, but it's only effective if you handle it smartly. You don't want to be left holding the AI ticking time bomb when the music stops. Instead, take a strategic and agile approach to ensure your AI initiatives succeed and truly transform your business.
Sounds like a great opening. Sounds absolutely terrific opening to our talk today, Jeff. At the same time, right? Businesses, I'm sure they into some common pitfalls. Okay, they face challenges, they face problem adapting AI, right? Without that strategic approach that you just spoke about. So, can you please, give us some details? What are the main pitfalls you see out there?
So there are quite a few pitfalls that businesses can stumble into when diving into AI without a clear strategy. And some of the ones that I see the most, or the biggest ones, I'd probably say first is unclear cost estimates. Nisha Bandare from Gartner highlighted that CFOs often don't know the true cost involved in AI projects, and they're learning as they go, which can lead to cost estimates being off by 500 to 1,000%. And this kind of uncertainty can cause serious financial strain and unexpected budget overruns. The second, I would say, is lack of KPIs. So the Manufacturing Leadership Council last year found that 61% of manufacturers, they don't have specific metrics to measure the effectiveness of their AI deployments. And without key performance indicators or KPIs, it's challenging to gauge whether the AI implementation is successful or even beneficial. And this also tells me that companies are just rushing into trying AI before really understanding what they hope to get out of it. Another is poor data quality. So AI relies heavily on high quality data to function correctly. And poor data quality can lead to inaccurate insights and decisions, that can render an AI project ineffective or potentially even harmful. Now, according to MIT Technology Review in their 2024 study for AI in manufacturing, not many companies feel their production or equipment data is suitable for existing AI models. Smaller businesses, those with revenues from 100 to 499 million, reported the best, with 41% of companies in that category saying that more than half of their data was suitable. But as the revenue goes up, the stats get worse. Only 18% of companies with revenue over $10 billion said that more than half of their data was suitable for AI models, with 28% claiming very little of their data was suitable. Another is unclear business value. So rushing into AI without clear understanding of the business value it brings can lead to projects that don't align with the company goals or deliver tangible benefits. And this can result in wasted resources and missed opportunities. According to McKinsey, about 75% of the value that generative AI use cases could deliver falls in 4 areas: customer operations, marketing and sales, software engineering, and R&D. And this was after evaluating 63 use cases across 16 different business functions. And this report can be helpful to figure out which functions and use cases could turn around the highest ROI for your company. And spoiler alert, customer operations had the highest impact as a percentage of functional spend at 38%. Now, there are many more, but to avoid getting burned by this AI hot potato, companies need to take a more thoughtful approach. It's about understanding AI's capabilities and its limitations, and building a team of experts and starting with small, controlled tests and then gradually scaling them up. You need to align AI projects with long-term goals, and staying agile are just key to making sure that you're not just caught up in the hype, but actually driving meaningful innovation and efficiency. I mean, after all, Gartner predicts that by 2025, at least 30% of generative AI projects will be abandoned after proof of concept because of a lot of the reasons that I just mentioned.
That sounds easy, but we know it's not, okay? So how can company determine if they're ready to implement AI technologies or actually any innovative initiative? Because it looks like what you're describing, right? You have to keep a strategic objective in mind when you just start any innovation initiative.
Yeah, and it's not easy. So last year, Cisco came out with their AI Readiness Index, which covered the 6 key pillars that they had for evaluation, which was strategy, infrastructure, data, governance, talent, and culture. Now, companies should ensure they have a well-defined AI strategy with clear leadership and sufficient funding. They must assess the scalability and flexibility of their IT infrastructure to support AI workloads. And centralizing data and ensuring high-quality data are critical for effective AI operations. And, on top of that, having robust governance policies and sufficient AI talent, along with the right culture that's receptive to AI adoption, are just essential for successful implementation. And in that Cisco report, 95% of organizations already have a defined AI strategy, or at least developing one, which highlights the importance of a clear strategic vision and leadership commitment. However, only 31% consider their IT infrastructure highly scalable, indicating a need for robust and adaptable infrastructure to support AI workloads. And data readiness is another crucial factor, as 81% of respondents admitted that their data exists in silos, which can significantly hinder AI implementation. But where most companies fall short, though, isn't technologically. It's on the people side. According to Avanad's AI readiness report, AI fluency and leadership understanding is crucial, with 59% of COOs being confident in their ability to harness AI faster than their competitors, compared to only 34% for CEOs. And this highlights the need for leadership to be well-versed in AI technologies and its implications. And by the way, manufacturing came in at second at 53% for confidence in their leaders' understanding of generative AI and governance needs. But along the people side is skills development and training. 63% of executives believe that employees will need new skills, and 98% agree that support and training are crucial for onboarding generative AI tools like Microsoft Copilot, which is basically Microsoft building in an AI assistant into all of their products.
That's a lot of numbers, Jeff. That's just telling us, right, that we are in the right spot right now, discussing the challenges, discussing the strategies. So you mentioned leadership, okay? And by leadership, in my mind, I understand it is everyone from mid-management to executives to investors to everyone to startup owners and founders, all right? So they're leaders in their own space. So what role leadership will play? And if you break it down, to some, particular roles, because otherwise it just becomes too general.
So leaders provide the strategic vision and the direction needed to unite the company around common goals, ensuring that everyone is aligned and moving together. And with AI technology constantly evolving, strong leadership is essential to adapt quickly and to make informed decisions. Organic grassroots adoption simply isn't fast enough or coordinated enough to achieve real transformative change. Leaders must drive the AI agenda from the top, fostering a sense of urgency and coordination that empowers the entire organization to embrace and implement AI effectively. So in short, it's a critical necessity, not an optional luxury. And so you're aware, Gartner just came out with a study evaluating which leader is typically accountable for AI initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as clear cut as you may think. The CTO and CIO were tied, but just at 23%. The head of digital business and just business unit leaders were then tied at 11%. And the head of AI, surprisingly, was 8%. And there was then a smattering of other roles. So what I give advice there is figure out whoever is best in your organization, because there is no silver bullet for who should lead it.
What about some examples of businesses that's successfully integrating in AI? And again, I'm familiar with AI native companies. For them, it's life and they just knew they born AI, right? But those traditional companies, right? What about some examples where they achieve their goals and where they are implemented AI into their operations?
So it's a great question. There's a lot of companies using AI, but few post or share their results. Part of it because they haven't had it in production or operations long enough to have those results. I was actually at the Critical Manufacturing Conference last year in Portugal, where I learned about Micron Technology's awesome AI use case. They're a prime example of how AI and data analytics can revolutionize manufacturing. And by integrating these technologies into their processes, they actually managed to see, to hear, and even to feel issues in ways that humans simply can't. For instance, they use AI to spot tiny defects on silicone wafers. They listen for unusual sounds in machinery and detect temperature anomalies. Just all things that can prevent costly downtime and even improve safety. And the results speak for themselves. A 25% faster time to yield maturity, a 10% boost in just outputs, and a 35% drop in quality issues. And this approach isn't just making their factories smarter, but it's also transforming their entire business from sales all the way through to R&D. And it's a great demonstration of how embracing AI can lead to major efficiency gains and cost savings. Georgia Pacific is another great example, using AI in many different ways. They migrated about 50 terabytes of production data, more than 500 billion records into their analytics engine, and using machine learning, were able to eliminate 40% of parent roll tears during their converting process of just one line, and resulted in millions of dollars in savings. And they have like 150 lines. And they can also now, through predictive maintenance, predict equipment failure 60 to 90 days in advance. But the coolest thing they're doing is using something I haven't seen others do out there yet. they've already implemented causal AI models to optimize their order management process and improve touchless commerce. So causal AI is a form of artificial intelligence that understands and leverages cause and effect relationships to make more precise predictions and decisions. And this is unlike traditional machine learning, which typically identifies correlations without distinguishing causality. So basically, they implemented domain-specific expertise along with their data analytics, and it resulted in increasing touchless order throughput by 10 times and reducing the effort to resolve order management errors from days to seconds.
AI adoption in the future, all right, because we spoke about like large companies, right, and we understand the hurdles more or less, right, we understand the pitfalls. At the same time, yeah, there are strategies and there are good methodologies to follow to avoid those pitfalls. So in the future, let's say a year, 5 years, business context evolving so fast, technology evolving even faster, all right, can we speak into the future a little bit, what you see happening and what we should be excited about?
Well, AI adoption is set to skyrocket, and businesses need to gear up for this wave. The trends are clear. AI is transforming how we operate, how we engage customers, how we drive revenue, and even how we make our decisions. So companies should start with integrating AI into their operations for the purposes of augmenting and automating routine tasks. There are hundreds of low-risk, simple-to-adopt use cases where improvements can be made, but nothing is fundamentally transformed or changed. Consider this the low-hanging fruit. Now, after you find them and prove them, it's time to look for scalable patterns that can revolutionize productivity across the board. So to prepare at scale, especially where AI can have transformative impacts, companies must prioritize a few key steps. First, you have to invest in cloud infrastructure. AI thrives on data, and the cloud enables seamless data flow, providing a foundation for powerful AI applications. Second, you need to encourage your workforce to see AI as a tool for reimagining their roles. Provide incentives for employees to innovate and leverage AI to automate mundane tasks and augment their work. And this shift requires a cultural transformation where continuous learning and adaptability are celebrated. Third, I would say is businesses should focus on building trust in AI systems. Responsible AI practices, including robust governance, cybersecurity, and compliance, they're essential to ensure reliable and ethical AI deployments. And this approach helps in mitigating risks and just building stakeholder confidence. Fourth, leaders need to lead by example. The C-suite should actively engage in understanding AI's capabilities and limitations, setting the tone for a tech-powered, human-led organization. Middle managers should develop skills to oversee teams where AI agents perform significant portions of the work, ensuring a smooth transition and maintaining high productivity. And finally, businesses must keep an eye on the evolving landscape. AI is not just a tool, but a catalyst for creating new products and services. So stay updated with the latest advancements and be ready to adapt your strategies to leverage AI's full potential. By taking these steps, businesses can not only keep pace with AI adoption, but also harness its transformative power for long-term success.
Yes, Jeff, thank you so very much for your time today. Thank you for sharing the exciting future and exciting today we're all in, all right? And at the same time, of course, challenges and pitfalls and the strategies that company need to adapt to be really successful today. In conclusion, would you rather share a few takeaways with our audience to remember this conversation by?
I mean, the biggest thing to know is artificial intelligence is here to stay, and it's only going to get more pervasive in our lives, personally and professionally. Every individual should take time to understand it, because if you do, you can Learn how to use it to help you personally and to help you professionally with your job. Because the one thing that makes AI unique compared to almost every other technology out there is its ubiquitousness. It impacts every industry, every department, and nearly every role in every company. And there aren't that many technologies that can claim that level of pervasiveness. So learn it and figure out how to use it to help you be more effective and be more productive.
Fantastic. Jeff, thank you so very much. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.